Hey YouTube, I finally found the COREBREAKER in this meta, and it's dragalge. And I wasn't that I like looked through my Pokemon and I found it on my own. I went against one and I'm like, oh, this is a smart Pokemon because it is poison, so you resist all the poison moves. It is poison, so you neutralize the fairy. It is dragon, so you resist water. At the same time, you have Aqua Tail. You're going to be bad against grounds because you're poison. You have Aqua Tail to deal with the grounds. So it's just a like perfect combo Pokemon. And you also have Gunk Shot if you need to like Gunk Shot an Azumarill or something. So it really has just like a ton of coverage in this meta, and it's got like decent stat products too. So I really, really liked it. And then I use Greninja and Azumarill because I think Greninja is one of the top Pokemon in this meta because you handle so much all around. And then Azumarill, same thing as well. Greninja and Azumarill obviously going to have a lot of problems with Toxapex. So Dragalge is the strength that it resists every moveset, right? It resists the water and it resists the poison. So if you can align it there, great. If not, better Greninja where you can just sort of Night Slash it a few times. Anyways, let's look at the battles. I went 9-1 with this team. Maybe 9-2, but the one other loss maybe was like the game screwing me over here. So neutralish lead. I mean, it's not a neutral lead. It's not a good lead. And I'm going straight into Greninja because I know that I can live one of these moves. And you're just getting ahead on energy. That no matter what comes in, you're in a pretty good spot. And there's stuff that walls you, but you can at least chip. Get to another move, which is fantastic because they now will have to shield again, and we CMP, so that's even better. Come in here. This is where another weakness resistance that I didn't talk about is bug. So you resist all the bug too. So resist the poison, resist the bug. Out comes a Jellicent. Jellicent's tough though. Jellicent, you only have Dragon Tails are neutral, but Aqua Tail and Gunk Shot are resisted. So instant swap to Azumarill. I will commit some shields here because I think I need to get a couple play roughs off before I can take out the Jellicent. So take it low. They will get another move off, so that is where the second shield will come into play and make sure I get at least one play rough off. But I think I get 2 off. So let's take a look here. Take it out. Have a move. I'm going to instant throw. We both have 3-turn fast move. Hex and Bubble are both 3-turn. So yeah, Hex and Bubble are both 3-turn fast moves. So there's not much you can do there. So as long as I got the 1 off, that's great. And then my insane IVs on Azumarill, 1, 14, 15, allows me to live this Shadow Ball very comfortably. Get another play rough off. And at this point, it'll take it down to the yellow, red, and so it's just an instant snipe here. I don't even know if this takes out actually. It's a non-stab Aqua Tail. So yeah, it doesn't even take out. If this is a Shadow Ball, probably takes out from here. Oh, Ice Beam. Interesting. Running the Ice Beam does take out, but I do remember winning that matchup closely at that. When you see, let's see which one this is. When you see a Shadow Drapion, your first thought is, it's probably Aqua Tail or Crunch. However, I do remember getting hit with a Sludge in one of these. This one is not the one. It makes all 3 of these movesets make sense on Drapion on this meta. Aqua Tail for all the ground you're going to see, especially as a poison. Crunch is just your best stab quick move. And then you have Sludge Bomb for like the fairies, in particular Azumarill. And if you're going against Greninja, Aqua Tail and Crunch on Greninja are resisted. Oh yeah, I remember this. I won this matchup, but it could have been different because they shielded and then I still got 2. But then they came back immediately right here. So I'm like, what just happened there? So I think they maybe like just got that weird spin out there or something, which is, don't get me wrong, very, very helpful on my end. So they just go Shadow Punch. Galarian Moltres comes in. So I'm going to throw Hydro. This thing is generally somewhat glassy, so take it to the yellow. Basically come in here. I'm going to force them to throw a Brave Bird. And if they do that, I can just Water Shuriken down. So do not really care about being taken out there. You are not my win con. My win con is Greninja. And we both have 3-turn moves, which is the sort of only unfortunate part, because I need 2 charge moves, and they'll just be able to try and fast move me down. But again, as I covered yesterday, the spamminess of this thing is ridiculous. Okay, Mawile. This matchup actually made me mad that I won. So, bubbles are neutral and adding up. They do not have, I was scared. That's why I shielded the first one, because they have a steel type move. I think it's Iron Head. They have steel type move, which would hit. Actually, you know what? That would only hit neutral because I'm half water. Never mind. That would only hit neutral. So they're going to just throw the play roughs. But it's a shadow, so I'm like, that would hurt. So there's the next play rough. But despite play rough on my end being resisted, just the glassiness of the thing, the bubbles add up enough that with bubbles and a resisted move, I'm able to take it out. And they try to astonish me down. Not going to get it. I'm going to get an Ice Beam off, which will not quite one shot, but Greninja can come in and take the move. Everything's resisted. Shadow Ball, from a resisted or not, is still going to hurt here. Yeah, this is the problem with Greninja. A little glassy. This is vitally important because in the one shield, Dragalge is not going to beat, because you're going to see how much these chunk right now. Like, I'm already, if they hit me with one more mud slap, I'd be in the yellow. So if this was a 2 shield, like a 1 shield scenario, they could just like shield and probably out mud slap me. But down shields, it will take it out. Aqua Tail, nice quick move with the Dragon Tails adding up here. Great lead. Out comes Drapion. Going to Greninja, again, under the assumption that they only have Aqua Tail and Crunch, which are both resisted. The problem is, as you're going to see here, Crunch still does like 55% more, and these Poison Stings are adding up, even though it's not really a hard-hitting move. So this is just the flaw of Greninja, and why it's strong in this limited meta. I think it's kind of overrated in the open Great League just for this reason alone. Like, even resisted moves take you below 50%. Like, I just don't love that. But I understand like how strong Water Shuriken and the Hydro Cannon combo is. So much so that we are now getting our second Hydro Cannon off on Mandibuzz. I'm really surprised they shield here. Again, I would never recommend to shield that. You know I have an Azumarill on the lead. You need to try to go take the shield advantage in the back and go 2v1 shield with whatever's in the back. And that back is Toxapex, and here we go. Now, I wall all of their moves. They wall all of my charge moves, but at least Dragon Tail is neutral. So, they hit me with a Sludge Wave, as they should, because that's the better move. I'm just going to go straight Gunk Shot, because Aqua Tail is going to be a tickle on this thing. So I'm going to try and chip this as much as I can. And it does land to take it to the red. And by this point, it is now super, super low. My win con is Azumarill, and they don't even take me out, but the Poison Sting, Poison Jab will register before my Dragon Tail because it's a 3-turn move. I'm going to throw this. I'm going to force a shield or take this out. And they let me take it out knowing that it's a top left in the back here. Oh, they have no shield. They have no shield, so that's one reason they let me take it out. Okay, Guzzlord. My opponent makes a mistake on the front end here. I assume that the only reason they're staying is because they have the Sludge Bomb. Because for some reason, again, don't play the main series game, Guzzlord has Sludge Bomb. So I assumed that they had it. But a non-stab Sludge Bomb from a Guzzlord is still only going to do like 50% to an Azumarill. So it does come here. I don't know why they baited the first time. Like, I'm still not going to shield the Sludge Bomb. So I'm at my second play rough. I already grabbed one shield. I will be able to take this out if they let it go because it is double super effective on the Dark and Dragon. I haven't even talked about Azumarill yet. Azumarill is real tough for this team. Mirror match at best with Azumarill. Low IVs mean I often lost CMP. Greninja is not great, but it's not bad because the Hydro Cannons do add up and the bubbles are resisted, so they have to get to the play roughs, but you have to shield the play roughs. And then Dragalge, Dragon Tail's resisted. the bubbles are also resisted on their end, but if they have Ice Beam is super effective against Dragon. So this thing causes you a lot of problems. So if you want, you can try to replace either the Greninja or the Azumarill on the team. So there goes a 1 Hydro. As you're going to see, it's not adding up a ton. You're going to need multiple Hydros here to take out Azumarill. There's the second one, still doesn't take it out, so they will grab both shields from me now, which is an unfortunate situation to be in. But I'll come out with some energy, and again, this energy against a Golurk is very deadly because this will grab the shield immediately, and I'm going to force them to throw here because I'm going to get to a move, or I'm going to take them out. Night Slash should take out Golurk, and then I get to a move. I swear this is a... Dragalge has had some play in this. It's like title thumbnail, and then Greninja has swept multiple teams now. But I have shown why it's strong. Mirror match, right? Here we go. This is the problem. Mirror match with a 1 attack on my Azumarill. And I'm pretty sure I lose it when we do end up throwing it at the same time. Someone asked me in the comments, should you go with a higher attack Pokemon when you're looking at building Pokemon because of CMP ties? So before I truly understood IVs, I would build up whatever IVs I had. So I have multiple Pokemon with multiple IVs built up. One like very low attacked, and then one like whatever I built up at the time. So I have like 2 Frostlass. And Frostlass is always one of the most dominant Pokemon in limited metas. So whenever we are in a limited meta, so when we're in the Open Great League, I often use my 0 attack Frostlass to get that extra bulk. When I am in a limited meta, I often use the higher attack Frostlass because there are so many Frostlass mirror matches that you want the higher attack for the CMP tie win. So I'm not going to say build up 2 of every Pokemon with higher attacks. I'm just saying if the overall difference, which it is for not all Pokemon, but the majority of Pokemon, the difference between having a 0 attack and having like a 1, 2, or 3 attack is not going to be like game changing. You might want to start looking at like 2 or 3 attacks so that when you get in these situations, you can have a better chance at winning CMP. And I've done that multiple times. I've done that multiple times with my IVs. Some I go like where I think bulk makes a significant difference, like Azumarill and stuff like that. Bastionon, I try and go for the low attacks, but on those Pokemon that are still just going to be like level 20 to 30 anyways, I just take the slightly higher attack. Not like significant. You see me run like 15 attack Pokemon. Like, don't get me wrong. If I only have like 1 or 2 Pokemon available to me, I'll just build up whatever. But if I have options, you definitely would have seen me build up like 3, 4, 7 attack Pokemon. Like I'm pretty sure my Mandibuzz is still 7, 13, 7 on the IVs. So that was my one loss there. Again, losing the beginning there. Mirror match, another mirror match coming out here. I guess I should try Toxapex. I said I was going to try it. Toxapex seems like a great answer with the Greninjas and the Azumarills everywhere in this. So Toxapex and a couple others. With Toxapex, you probably need an answer for ground. So again, Greninja's probably a good answer. Greninja, Toxapex, and then a third. I'll try something like that. Maybe you'll see that this afternoon. Maybe tomorrow. I know a viewer, at least one submitted. In terms of submitted videos, I saw one that I'll showcase. Another one submitted and said, they did well with the team. They said they went something like, I don't want to get let's just say 16-4. I went 16-4 with the team, but I sent you 2 5-0 sets. I don't want to showcase 2 5-0 sets. I want to showcase some losses because people need to understand the problems associated with the teams of like what you may run into. So 5-0 sets are fun, but in the long run, like I don't think they're as useful to people, especially on this channel. If you want other channels to just hype up your stuff, sure. But I like looking at it from like where does this team, like Where are the problems? Where can this be better? Stuff like that. So grabbed 2 shields on the Drapion. So I'm going to commit a shield here so I can get the Hydro off to take this out. I assume it'll take it out from this range. Greninja against a Shadow Drapion. Yep, and then I will instant swap into my dragalge. They actually came in. I'm surprised it did not allow me to. Interesting. Whatever. Okay, goodbye Greninja. Out comes Golurk, and again, we've seen this. I will get this out ASAP because I do not want to take any more of these mud slaps. And then I will have a shield advantage on dragalge heading into Azumarill. And the bubble is resisted, right? So they need to get to multiple ice beams. Did I lose this one too? Because they make a nice catch there on Clodsire. It's not even a nice catch. It's just me being a noob. I always say there's 2 ways to not get caught on. Don't throw like right when you get there. And just take like the half sec. And if you're in like those mirror matches or the one with like the same type fast move, don't throw right away, or don't throw right when you get to the move. And I did both. I threw right when I got to the move and right on the same thing. So they caught. They end up having a dragon type Dragapult of their own. So now the Tapu comes in. If they have Nature's Madness, so be it. It's only neutral on me because I'm a half poison. So I'm just going to chip this with a very obvious bait because I just need to get this into play rough range. And then I went against Tapu Fini, and the problem with Tapu Fini in the Great League is it ain't bulky. It's got a lot of good play in the Ultra League before it got sort of nerfed. But in the Great League here, it doesn't have the bulk. So I am just going straight Bubble and Ice Beam, knowing that these bubbles are adding up on this thing, that I could just, if they let this go, they're basically in fast move damage range for resisted bubbles and resisted Dragon Tails, and they do. They let go a non-stab Ice Beam from an Azumarill. I'm going to shield because I want that bubble to register, and I basically just took him out with some resisted fast move damage. So despite the nice catch, I still ended up winning that matchup. Yeah, I thought I only lost like 1, maybe 2, but 9-1 going in the thumbnail. So yeah, this team was very strong for me. Again, I was lucky I didn't see a lot of Tox Specs. See, there we go. This one, not throwing right on the 6, realizing they may try and catch, and now I can hit it with that, and now I can get in this matchup and take them out before they even get to a move. So that is where you just like, don't throw right on when you get to the move, or take a half second to see if they're doing another fast move. So now I take him out. Nice advantage here because my Azumarill, oh no, I threw a move. But I can align Azumarill back on this Greninja. They just go Night Slash. So even a Hydro from this range will not take me out, although Hydro will not take them out either. They go Night Slash again. And then I lose CMP. So this one I might shield. Yeah. Just because I have so much energy and I know I can either grab a shield back or take this out, which are both like okay. I mean, not with this move, but like with the Night Slash after this, if they let it go and they shield. So getting to the move here, we do CMP. This time I'm not shielding. We're even shields and I have switchback, so that's all I need here. Coming in here, they're going to throw a Hydro. That's fine. I can live like 5. They do not, they hurt, but they don't add up as nearly as fast as you need to. 1 and throw like a noob on my part, but it will land. Take him out. What's in the back? Another Golurk, and we have seen this matchup play out multiple times. So what we're going to do is we are going to throw the Ice Beam. They're throwing a Shadow Punch, but I am too bulky, so I will live, get the Ice Beam off, grab a shield, and then Dragalge will sweep the rest of this matchup. So yeah, really, really strong Pokemon. Lots of good play against a lot of the meta Pokemon. So yeah, definitely one worth trying if you're trying to think of like ways to deal with a lot of what you're seeing out there. Resist water, resist poison, resist bug. Like lots of good stuff here. So that is it. Hope you are having a good weekend. Let me just see. There's been a few events. I know there's the second Halloween event. So for sure I will do one subscribers team probably this afternoon. And then I think there are a couple events that have been announced that I will cover here. So there's 3 events announced. Let me see the dates on this thing. So Monday, October 28th at 10 a.m. is the second Halloween event one. So Sunday afternoon, perfect. A video tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, Halloween 2024 part 2. I will cover the Pokemon in the wild, and if there's anything, there's a lot of costume Pokemon here. Okay. I'm just kind of looking over it. I'm like, oh, wearing a hat, wearing a Halloween costume, wearing a costume. Okay, it seems like there are Pokemon out there that you maybe want to focus on, but it seems like a very catch Pokemon with costume event. But we will go over that Sunday afternoon. I don't think I'm going to cover the Max Mondays. Yeah, I'm not covering the Max Mondays. That's just like a raid hour for those Pokemon. And then what is this? Harvest Festival, Thursday, November 7th. So that is an event I can cover Thursday morning, maybe. We'll see. And it has a lot of random Pokemon here. So a lot of grass and it's grass. Harvest, grass. Okay, makes sense. Mossy lures. Yeah, so it's a grass field. Oddish, Execute, Hoppip, Sunkern, Pumpkaboo. Some non, like Miltank and Zigzagoon, but this is pretty basic stuff. What's the point of this? You can have a higher chance of being a supersized Pumpkaboo. Mossy lures will attract different Pokemon during the event. Okay, this is kind of a whatever one. Maybe I won't cover this. Or maybe it'll be like a third video to cover this. Maybe like a 10 a.m. slot to not take away from GBL. Okay, that is the plan. So I hope you have a good weekend. And I will see you guys in the next one.